Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name's PapaMutt, your mom and dad.
Hi.
Welcome again to my backyard.
Hi.
Joining me is Fefe, Cotton, Spite, Vexoria, and our special guest, Zentreya, who is, in fact, here. And welcome to our second of the year Ghost Story
It's
stream.
my seat now, bitch.
No,
Get
you know,
your own.
drink responsibly.
How did you know I had drank?
It's a Campfire stream at like midnight. You're gonna have a drink. We're gonna be reading your stories, chat. You've submitted stories that are ghoulish and they are based on real stories, or they are real, ideally real stories that you've experienced, chatters. You have to read the stories as they are written. Zen, no matter what your TTS does, you have to roll it.
No.
Yep. Who here among you are believers of the supernatural? Cotton, are you a believer of supernatural?
Yes, I am a believer. I do believe. One time I was working with.
What happened to you?
What happened to your
What's the
mind?
matter? I was gonna do a funny bit. I'm sorry, I was gonna do a
Holy
bit and I
shit.
forgot about
Are
it.
we
I'm sorry. I
playing
forgot.
Halos?
When I was like, I don't remember. I was young and I was working with one of my friends, and she was working at this weird multicultural center. And it's kind of known that some guy died. He fucking died there because he froze to death. And you know, in Canada it's really cold. And apparently she knew him. Like she was like, yeah, I just talk to him all the time. I bring a Ouija board in. So I'm there.
Oh, no.
I'm hanging out with her. We're all alone in this store. It's really creepy. Like it's all wood. So every step you take is like. And so we're just sitting, we're hanging out. In the corner room, I hear a bunch of fucking birds go off. I'm like, what is that? And she goes, oh, it's just our motion sensor parrots. They go off when someone walks by. I say, nobody is in here. We are the only two people in here. And she's like, yeah, I think he likes to fuck with me. I walk back to the area. There's no window, not a single window. There's no window. Nothing could have triggered it. Oh my, I refuse to step back in that building. Don't fuck with Luigi boards. Luigi board?
Luigi board?
Luigi board?
On a scale of 1 through 10, 1 low, 10 high, do you believe in ghosts?
I'm gonna give a solid like 7.
Fefe, same question to you. Are you a believer in the paranormal?
I don't believe in ghosts
Cheers.
at all. Dude, I
That's
grew
true.
up
That's
watching
so
like
lame.
paranormal, like ghost hunting shows too. And like, I mean, I fell for that shit, but when I got older, I was like, oh, all that was fake.
Oh no.
Awesome. If I did see something with my own eyes, I could maybe be convinced.
Scale of 1 to 10, 1 low, 10 high.
2 out of 10.
That goes next to Vex. Now, I know Vex told your stories last year, but feel free if things have changed in a year's time.
If it's to believe that the universe is infinite, then all
here we
things could
go.
potentially
Fucking nerd.
no, shut up. They could potentially exist. Is there something that could be ghosts or demons or whatever? Sure, why not? And I'm probably at about like Cotton, like probably maybe about 7
Damn.
7 or 8. Remember we did that hunt at
We
the
did
hotel last year.
We
at
did do
TwitchCon?
that hunt at the hotel, the TwitchCon.
And it got really fucking cold in that hotel room, like really, really cold.
Well, that's how AC works, but I agree.
That was different. My son likes to play by himself and he'll like talk to himself, and I'm thinking it's himself. He kept telling me that he was playing with this girl named Gosa, and I'm like, okay,
That's
cool.
a little on the
Awesome.
nose.
And I'm like, oh yeah, well, is she nice? He goes, oh yeah, she's very nice. I said, yeah, where is she now? He goes, she's standing right next to you.
Oh,
No.
And I was like,
man.
and I was like,
that shit ain't real.
and I was like, you know what? Awesome.
Sorry, I dropped half a Reese's on the ground. I do not want my dogs to eat it, so I'm currently hell and hunt. Spite, what about you?
So I do believe in the supernatural. I worked at a haunted house once, and I was in the darkest part of the haunted house, and I noticed, I was like, am I seeing things? I was like, why is this like shadow darker than dark? I leave for the day. My other coworker was like, there's like a little white paper thing in front of my base, and she was like, were you in there just now? And I was like, no. And she was like, I saw someone in there.
Ew.
And I was like, there's no fucking way, because there's no one in there. I do believe in the supernatural specifically because of sleep paralysis demons and how we all have ones that look, not all of us, but there's a specific one that everyone has, and it's the hat. It's the hat man. There's no way the supernatural's not real if everyone sees the same dude with a hat.
What's he look like?
Uh-oh, you're about to scare Cotton, dude.
And I think she's gonna be into it. No, he's just a dude with a hat, you know.
I've never seen this before. I don't think I've ever had the sleep paralysis demon.
To me, that feels like the Mandela effect a little bit.
The psychiatrist of Vex is taking over. Scale of 1 to 10.
10. I believe in the supernatural.
Damn.
No, all the way I believe in the supernatural. Like, I'm one of those people too where I don't disbelieve things.
It is tradition, everybody. Our first s'more of the evening. We've got, we've got a little extra crispy s'more with Reese's peanut butter cup because it's way better than Hershey's chocolate. Zen, finally, and last but not least, What about you?
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant
No.
for someone else, but not for me.
Shut the fuck
Love
up,
was out to
girl.
get me. Now I'm a
No.
believer.
Is that how that story ends? You're just a believer, 10 out of 10?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
After my mom had passed away, I was sitting at the table in my apartment. Now, mind you, it was a normal table. Nothing wrong with it. Actually,
Okay.
still pretty new. I had nothing on it except for a piece of paper, a few papers, and I'll sit in there for a little bit. Then out of nowhere, and I don't know how to explain it, something smacked the table really hard. Like you would
Oh.
slam it with your hand.
Oh.
And that freaked me the fuck out because I didn't know what it was. I genuinely had no explanation for that.
Shouldn't have been like a book falling or something, or it was like a clear table and just loud as shit, just
Nope.
bang.
No books above it.
Well, Fefe, me and you against the world here with these series of believers. Because Zen, you're a 10 out of 10 believer, right?
Yeah.
I am a skeptic. I do not believe in the supernatural, paranormal, or anything like that. I do this for the love of the game. I love the idea. I love scary movies. I love scary games. I love the thrill that one gets from the haunts and the ghouls and the gas spirits, specters, phantasms, Draculas, etc. However, I do not
Wait.
believe.
Papa, you said you loved the game, right?
I lost
Not
the
what-
game.
Oh my.
Yeah,
we
you
all
lost the
lost
game.
the game.
With that, and with that,
game?
excellent segue. We're gonna start with our first chatter story of this evening. Fefe will be our cartographer, our one who keeps the stories
cartographer, I'm gonna make maps.
of people's fears. If we have a little goof or a gaff at your story or your spelling, we are not poking fun at you. We're having a laugh with alongside. It's all in good fun. And without further ado, Fefe, what is our first story of the night?
How about you read us the script of Shrek?
Shrek is love. Shrek
No.
is life.
You're not gonna see how it starts. That's how it starts. Welcome to Scary Story Streams, where we don't actually tell scary stories.
Okay, this is from Supersonic. There was this nice old man who lived next to us since I was born. He
Okay.
unfortunately passed away in a retirement home 2 days after he passed on a Wednesday evening. My mother was about to start a fireplace and asked me to check outside to see how the weather is like before getting more wood. I opened the door and a bright blue transparent figure phased right through the side of me. The whole rest of my body felt extremely cold at that moment, and a loud whoosh sound engulfed my right ear. We figured it was the same old man who lived next to us paying a little visit after his passing.
Oh,
We're just like, hey, what's up, gang? Peace out.
You just walked right in.
Yeah, so your neighbor walked across the street to say hi to you and then just did a drive-by?
Yep.
All right, pop off, my bad. Any other additional notes that we should be aware of?
Y'all are pretty cool, guys.
Oh, thanks. all right. Clappers in chat.
Nice.
Clappers in chat. Pretty straightforward story.
Yay.
Pretty easy. All right.
Clappy.
Vex, you are up.
This is from Sparta.
When I was around 10 years old, at the time, I was coming back from school at the end of the day, did the usual thing, did my homework, and watched TV, in brackets DBZ.
Nice.
When I was done with that,
Nice.
I went to bed, but on the way to my room, I did a passing glance at the room across mine.
Uh-huh.
I swear I saw a tall man and a little dog. I looked back and nothing was there. The scariest part is I went and told my Jima. She looked at me with a pale face and disbelief in her eyes when she told me that sounds like your uncle and his pet, but they've been long passed away before I was born. I haven't seen them since, and I'm 33 now.
It
says love-
doing it.
All of you, y'all make my days brighter and bearable. Also, snitties, lol.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
The last bit got a little esoteric with the spelling, but so what, you saw a guy and his dog? As someone who ghost hunts, it's like every place is a guy and a dog.
I
you
don't-
know?
Normally hear about
I don't know it.
dogs.
Yeah, I never hear about ghost dogs either,
I
to be honest.
never hear about pairings either.
In the South,
Yeah,
a
that's
guy and
true.
his, in the South, a guy and his dog is like a very popular, like, urban legend. You hear it all the time.
It just might be like a where you are in the world thing.
It's like La Llorona or something. That's how it's
Yeah.
cultural and stuff.
La Llorona is horrifying. That's a different story.
Bro, I should have told
That's
that story.
Scares.
I was passenger princessing down the street, saw a lady in like a La Llorona attire, which is basically like a white dress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like bare feet. So I went back to my apartment. I don't know if it was like the next day or I don't know what the time skip was, but I found out there was a woman clawing at our front door.
Oh, Jesus.
naked.
Oh.
She
Naked.
got rabies. Dude,
Yeah,
there you go.
that's-
That's a lady with
Yeah,
rabies.
I don't know if that
That's-
was like La Llorona. She was like following me home or something.
Well,
but like,
correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Llorona's whole thing like she drowned her kids, so now she like cries by the river trying to find
Yeah.
her drowned kids?
Yeah, she'll try to find
it
the
could
other
have
kids.
just been
and
like
kill
a
them too.
lady that was a little effed up. But
It could have
You know
been.
what I mean?
The living are always more scary than the dead.
It's-
You know, when they can
So
pop
true.
up.
Now, Spite,
Okay.
it is your go.
Sparta.
I just read one from Sparta.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Can we give Fefe 5 subs, please, chat?
I give you smooch. Mwah. There we go.
Okay,
He just
D
needs a
cadets.
hug.
I don't need hugs. I need a motorboat.
God, I
mean,
gotta
what?
move. Dabs.
Oh.
Just had to wipe something off her face real quick. That's all.
Yeah, I gotta hug somebody's chest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
we're
Okay.
ready. Okay.
All right.
we're being scary. We're being scary.
VTubers can read? That's crazy. Okay. When I was around 10 years old.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm
Oh
gonna
shit. Am I doing it? Oh shit,
No.
man.
The most
Yes,
scum.
that-
I have to go to the
delete
bathroom.
everything
Then we wait.
there.
I
Delete
want,
This is-
that.
yeah.
I want the dragon wife to hear me read.
While we wait, I suppose my lights just went out behind me, which is ghoulish. Cotton's dead. Ben's
Oh.
taking a fat
Oh.
piss. Cotton, are you muted?
Oh my god, I was muted! I'm like, nobody's talking to me. What did I do?
Oh, bro.
This is the most tech scuff stream we've ever done.
I've been here for
How,
like
how
10
long?
minutes.
How long? 10 minutes, motherfucker!
Let me
All right,
let me
all right.
get back to the thing. One early morning at 4 a.m., when I was 15, 17, I was woken up by my mom sitting on the corner of my bed, speaking softly and rubbing my back. I
Okay.
didn't really want to question or say anything, since she usually just opened my door to throw a small blessing my way before she went to work. But when I heard the door open a second time, and I actually heard my mom whisper her blessing and close the door, that's when I got the chill down my spine.
Oh, ew.
The bed still felt like someone was sitting on it, but they were silent and no longer rubbing my neck. No! After what could only have been minutes but felt like hours passed, I finally got the courage to turn and face whatever was sitting on my bed. But when I did, there was no one there and the weight was gone. We no longer live in that house, but I hope that whoever that was is being kind to all the people living there now.
Ew, that's gross. I don't like
Much
that one.
love to all of you and your family. Spite, portate bien. Spite, behave. How dare you?
That story was yucky. I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah, I
story,
got
gang.
chills, dude. I'm getting chills every story, and it hurts because my nipples get hard, and then I'm like, it hurts. Do you guys ever get
Ayo.
that?
Where am
love
I
how
right
you're not
now?
getting, like-
I think I'm just around too many hot women
Hey,
and hot dog
warm.
man that I'm so warm.
Hello.
I like
it is
spanking.
me, disappointment.
Zen, you didn't miss much. You just missed apparently the horniest VTubers on the platform talking about being scared.
What did you expect, dude?
I shake Fefe the non-believer's hand as we skate through this one. Zen, it is your turn to read a story. Remember, you just gotta roll with it, dog.
Oh,
It's this from Tiny Pocket Cats.
let me put on my glasses here really quick.
And it begins.
I grew up in an 80s Victorian in the cornfields of Canton, Ohio. The old woman who was
Oh, wait.
born in that house, then sold to my parents, died. Or 10
Okay.
years after we moved into it. Old lady came back home as a ghost, mostly fiddling with the TV, the new computer. I know there's more. That, but I'd have to ask my mother. Mother did tell me that she had to yell out at the bottom of the stairs for old lady to leave because it was our house now, and had been. No more old lady after that. I plan to
No.
hunt that same old Victorian when I die. What the fuck? Hey, wait.
I like that. I like the idea of your. I said this last week. Whenever parents get involved, it makes it way more real. Oh,
I just think it's funny that she had to like.
So if that
yell.
person dies, we're gonna go and christen the house.
and what kills them again? Isn't that what that would
Yeah,
mean?
that's right.
Because if we christen the house,
Yeah.
well, like we kill. Yeah. Oh, I need to read one. I'm sorry. Before we do the first round, this story is from Slow Bro 01323. This story starts out funny. My brother and I, who were about 4 at the time, thought it would be a good idea to paint the family's Cadillac pink. Yeesh. As we were painting it, we saw a figure standing by it. He was sort of see-through and looked like he was in a black and white film. We got scared and ran back into the house. In the house. After we got yelled at for painting the Cadillac, we described what the person looked like. Apparently, We described our great-grandfather perfectly without ever knowing or seeing him. That was his Cadillac, too. Ooh, I like that one.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Like, don't paint my
Whoa.
fucking Cadillac.
I like that one a lot. That's really fun. I like the idea of a black and white, like, old 40s style ghost. Like, yeah, get away from my fucking Cadillac, see? I like that one. Hey, clappers all
That's a
around.
good
That was
story.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cotton, you were muted. Do you want to do one?
Yeah, I would like to participate. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, of course.
Okay, this one is from Aiden.
So it all starts like this in a dorm room where a bunch of friends were playing Cards Against Humanity. One I can already tell this is gonna be. All right. One was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is getting lame. So he brings his mother's Ouija board and he was like, come on, you guys, it's a Ouija board. They put their fingers on the mirror and he asked a random question. 1, will Cottontail VA and Fefe Chan ever make out? The mirror moved and said yes and moved to dig in your butt, twin. And they all died. The end.
Scary.
See, I was on board with the making out fun part, but not really the digging your butt twin.
Digging your butt
I was
twin.
there.
It is tradition, Vex and I learned last year, that at least one person will do a meme post. I don't vet these, by the
Yep.
way. Now we're going to begin round 2. We're going to start again with Fefe. Fefe, round 2 of ghost stories, this time for real. Ooh.
What do you mean
Yeah.
for real?
Like, I am now a firm believer in ghosts as of this moment, and every story about to hear is 100% real, and I'm going to play the firm believer here now. Hopefully there's no more digging your butt ones, or else I have to defend those.
Jenna Prism. I live in a 2-story house, and I remember as a child, I felt like I could jump really high off the stairs over multiple steps. And at
Nice.
some point when I was slightly older, I was like, I swear I used to be able to go over more than one step. But maybe I had a wild imagination. Fast forward a few years ago, like no more than 5 years ago, if I had to guess. I hear my dad telling a story about how he saw my older sister coming down the stairs, and it was as if something picked her up in the air, and then placed her on the ground at the bottom. I realized all those times I felt like I was flying over multiple steps down the stairs may have been real. May not be the scariest story. The ghost was probably just playing with us. Okay.
That's cool.
That's kind of creepy. I can get behind
That's
that one.
really creepy.
That's kind of creepy cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
A
like,
little bit of column A, a
like,
little bit of
'cause-
column B.
I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I envisioned Cotton trying to drop 15 stairs and like breaking her leg. I don't know why I was
Yeah,
Cotton.
I've been there.
That I figured. The idea of the ghost, I guess, saving you every time is both cute but also creepy.
It's adorable.
Any more additional notes?
Hi, we're running out of snacks in the basement. Will you send down some more? Thanks.
Oh, is this one of my mods? Who was this?
Jenna Prism.
It's with somebody's mod because that's how mods talk. Vex, you will get the next one.
This is from Spoonie. This was maybe 3 to 4 years ago. I was
Okay.
working the small lot entrance at my job. You could see every parking spot you got with a 6-second walk one way. Whole thing is pry 150 by 60.
What is
It was also noonish on a clear, sunny,
What the fuck are you
late
talking
spring
about?
day. Broad daylight.
What
I'm
are you
reading
fucking-
what's written.
Holy shit! I thought I was blacking out, dude.
No, it gets better. A black Jaguar XK8 with the top down, tan interior, and an
Okay.
old white fella in a white business shirt and black slacks driving came down the hill and whipped in past me. Ignored all my attempts to get his attention and stop him. I get up and I go after him toward the back drive, and he's just gone.
Whoa.
By the time I came down to the driveway, I should have seen him around the back corner, unless he was going fast enough. I would have definitely heard him tearing through my lot, or seen him on the street as I came back to the entrance. And I walked that whole lot 3 times after, and that car was not parked anywhere in there. And it's not a kind of car I'd glass over not noticing. No way. I genuinely have no explanation for what the hell that was.
I
Whoa,
also,
bro.
I also don't because I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. But like,
You
What do
told me to
mean?
read it.
Very clear. It was
Clearly
a
he owns
clear,
a Jaguar.
sunny, spring day,
Yeah.
broad daylight. The
Right.
parking lot was 150 feet by 60 feet. Wait, you didn't get all of that?
there was a nice car, and then the guy drove out of the parking garage. I'm not being a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that
Is
was
that
kind of
not-
what
is
happened.
that-
This guy sped into the parking garage. He tried to
Okay.
get him to slow down, and then kind of went after him, and then the guy was gone. There was nowhere for that car to be anywhere else in the parking lot.
I don't know if this is scary or not because I can't paint the picture in my mind palace.
I was
so-
scared.
I do have somewhat of a story, and I'm like, I still am like, I don't understand what happened here.
Oh, the
So,
non-believer? Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I threw away a roll of scotch tape, and I threw it into like my trash can, and I saw it hit the wall,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking that it will either miss the trash can, I have to pick it up, or land in there. So I hear it hit the wall, and then nothing, and I'm like, well, I saw it hit the wall. I should have heard a second sound of impact. So I go to the corner of the trash can, and I don't see this roll of scotch tape anywhere. I'm like,
That's
where the hell
so
did it
weird.
go?
What
I
the
looked.
heck?
Ooh.
This happened weeks ago. I still have not seen it. It didn't land in the trash can. I would have heard it land inside the trash can because there was other trash in there. I'm like, dude, that's roll of scotch tape went into the back rooms.
It's in the back rooms, 100%. Before I get carried away, did I ever tell you guys the story of the closet sister? A few weeks from now, when I invite my sister, Auntie Mutt, to the stream for one of these, we can retell the story. Let's see if she thinks it happened differently. But here's what happened. We were both at my grandma's house. Again, this house is weird. This is the same house that my grandma woke up in the middle of the night with 3 babies at the foot of her bed. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Babies on the top on her bed. They were staring at her. She got up, got water, took a piss, went back to bed. They were still there. She went back to sleep, and her explanation was it was just bad goulash. That same house, I was sleeping in one bed. My sister was sleeping in the other bed. And at like 3, it was like some weird time, like 3:33 in the morning, like some specific 3 number time. I heard like a little on the closet that was facing adjacent away from me, like across the room. And I look over and I see my sister, and she's peering out of the closet like this. She's like, come on. So me being like 8, I'm like, sure. And I go towards the closet, and I open it up, and I feel a gust of wind go past me and no sister inside. And it was like a cold wind too. And I look over, and my sister is still sleeping on her bed. That's the one story I'm like, that's weird. But it was also probably just a draft in an old house.
That's crazy.
So I have a question for you.
Oh.
What would have to happen to you to get you to be like, yep, I believe fully. Yep, 100%.
I'm on a ghost hunt. Let's say let's say it's all of you on a ghost hunt, right? So, Zen's live, Vexoria live, Con's live. There are multiple points of people being live watching the ghost hunt. I am there. All of us. It is unanimous. Because sometimes I watch the clips, like when I went to the ghost hunt with you, Vex, or with whoever, right? I'll go through the clips, be like, okay, what did chat catch? 9 times out of 10, it's like, not really anything. It would have to be a unanimous, there's a motherfucker there, walks through the wall, everyone saw it. Me, chat, you guys,
Oh, God.
everyone, like it would have to be a goddamn, there'd be no explanation. I'd have to see an apparition walk through the wall for me to be like, okay, maybe ghosts are real, right? Like I need more than a ghost ball moving or like a thud on the ground, right? Otherwise, it's like a trick of the mind. It's your eyes playing tricks on you. It's just the creepiness of the place.
Okay, no, that makes sense. No, I
Yeah.
understand
I would
that.
agree.
Hopefully I never find out, right? I believe it is Spite's turn.
Oh, this is from Dandy.
Oh, hi,
Okay.
Dandy.
This story is from my current home. My experience with sleep paralysis was in my late 20s.
Okay.
It was one where you feel a pressure on your chest.
Oh,
And when I
awful.
opened my eyes, I was facing a dark but blank face staring and sitting on me. Its only features. Features.
All right.
were that it had short curly hair, and when I tried to move, it leaned forward and was face to face with me. So close that I felt its curly hair rubbing on my face, partially obscuring my vision. But instead of
awful.
getting scared, I got really angry and started to yell at it in my
Hell
head. You should. kept saying
yeah.
things like, "How dare you get off of me? This isn't your place to be. How dare you try to scare me?" But the face kept its place near mine, and my anger grew. So I started swearing more. And all of my swearing was in Spanish. I'm just thinking of it. But I don't know how much I can really actually say. It finally disappeared when I got control of my arms and took a swing at it. I haven't had sleep paralysis since. But I did discover that if I throw hands at spirits, if they try anything, that's so funny, dude.
So
If
you
you're a
beat
lover,
the
you
shit
gotta
out
be
of
a
him.
fighter. That ghost got so scared.
Dude, that rules. You beat up a ghost, dude. That rules.
I love
Sleep
that the one
Ghostbuster.
I got has the Keanu Reeves one. If you're a lover, you gotta be a fighter, because if you don't fight for your love, what kind of love do you have?
That rules.
Te amo.
Zen, did I ever tell you after one? I think it was our last ghost hunt. I got back to the house at like 3 a.m. or some shit, and I laid in bed and I had sleep paralysis where I saw like a figure standing over me, and I'm like, and this is like 3 a.m. Mari's asleep. I'm like, come on, kill me, then, bitch. I'm kidding. Like I couldn't move, but I'm like yelling through my gritted teeth. And Mari thought I was having a PTSD episode. She's like, "Go back to sleep, baby." I'm like, this shadow figure over me. And it like fades away. I'm like, "That's right, pussy. Fuck off!" And I went back to sleep. You gotta yell at these sleep paralysis demons, man. You gotta
So you went from angry to honk, shoo, me.
punch your demons, bro.
Damn,
My bad.
true.
Yeah. All right, Zen, you're up.
From an anonymous Canadian.
Ew.
What the fuck do you mean by that, buddy?
That's
I know,
what
eh?
say.
You Canadians here, eh?
I'm just saying, Canada's gross.
When I was but a wee lad, my family used to visit my aunt and uncle in northern Ontario. They would let us ride snowmobiles in the woods unsupervised because that's just what you do. One year, a friend and I went out on our machines and came across a little wooden shed. And being dumb kids, we decided to go inside and snoop around.
Oh, my
Upon
God.
opening the door, we were greeted by a dark room full of barrels and a large rusty hook hanging in the center.
What
It
the
soon
fuck?
became apparent from the stains on the floor that it was not in fact rust covering the hook. Thoroughly scared, but still stupidly curious, we looked inside the nearest barrel and found it was full of bones. Suddenly, we heard a loud clattering outside the back of the shed and bolted to our machines and took off at full speed back home. Thinking we had just stumbled upon some kind of murder shed and narrowly avoided joining the contents of the barrel, we were initially too scared to tell anyone about it. Before we went home, we ended up asking my uncle about a creepy shed in the woods, and he angrily told us not to ever go in. Years later, I brought it up with him again, and he laughed his ass off at me, telling me that was his butchering shed for moose and deer hunting. Shout out Africa. His warning to keep out was so we wouldn't hurt ourselves or touch his stuff.
Oh my
Ghouls
God.
and axe murderers are fake confirmed.
That is the most uncle. That's the most uncle shit I've ever heard in
Yeah,
my
it is.
Holy shit! I'm gonna be 100. That's what I'm gonna do to Vex's kid one day.
Don't touch my
I know
stuff,
you're gonna
you
do that.
motherfucking.
Mm-hmm.
The little part
Oh, yeah.
here. Old-fashioned plain is the second best donut at Tim Hortons. And anyone who
What?
says otherwise is a liar and a harlot.
I will let
Dude, this
Canadians,
person's 70 years
Damn.
old.
I'm gonna let Canadians touch this one. I have no skin in the game for this one. Canadians,
Damn.
take it away.
Nasty. No. This is just a donut with like basic glaze,
Shit.
and it's not like
Yeah.
a Krispy Kreme. It's
No.
like
Not.
gross donut. Someone else bought Tim Hortons, and now it's ass.
Burger
And no,
King.
That is
That's
not.
it. Burger King bought.
Burger. I course fucking it hate
was.
Burger King.
Oh,
God.
Man, boo.
Burger
And
King
anyways,
is
no.
nasty.
Understandable.
The last time I did Burger King is the one was the ghost hunt. I think also was the last time I went with Zen, where I ate Burger King on the way there, and I had explosive diarrhea like 30 minutes later. This is the uncle energy I want to bring into Vex's kid's life. When Little Snake approaches me for anything like, "Oh, PapaMutt, what's at that fucking..." He's not gonna cuss, but whatever. He's like, "What is that at that shack up there in the woods?" I'll be like, "Little Snake, don't you ever fucking go up there. Do you understand me? That shack is the worst. Never go up there." And then like 10 years later, I'll be like, "Hey, so what was it about?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. That was just a fucking shack. I don't care."
I think he'd be so desensitized by now because, like, if he has a nightmare and he comes out of his bedroom at nighttime and he goes, "I think there's a monster in my closet." Half the time, me and Zolon will be like, "What are you doing bringing it in here? Now we're all dead. What are you doing?"
Oh God. Oh, that's so scary.
All right, Feefs, I'm ready. This is from Amphelius. I hope I said that right. So, the first year plumbing student, that's the whole sentence, bro? Okay. Was brought to... Christ, I've had too much to drink for this. Was brought to a winterization of a house. Hey, motherfucker! English. Went to a house for sale with my mentor. We traced the water main to the basement, which had a very low ceiling and a finished basement. First thing I saw was a strange stain on the carpet. No big deal. But not long after, my teacher goes into the crawl space. I have a heavy feeling. I am not claustrophobic by any means, but the heaviest was followed by pure fear. The hairs on my skin started to stand straight. I asked my mentor if anything felt off to him. He casually says to me, "Oh yeah, this house hasn't sold because there was a murder here. The husband chased the wife, bludgeoned her to death, and she died on the bottom of the stairs here." End quote. Okay.
Jesus.
The stain was her blood. Motherfucker. Her feelings had permeated this space. I had to leave right away. To this day, that is the most uncomfortable I have felt without warning. Okay, that sucks. But here's the good news.
Oh my God.
Additional notes. Love you guys. I hope you're having fun reading all the stories. Stay hydrated, my homies. Heart emoji.
Love you guys. Heart
the
emoji.
whiplash.
I have a great respect for anyone in the trade, especially when you go in these old fucking houses. You see all stain, and now you're gonna see every stain from now on and think to yourself, that's a fucking dead body.
Oh my. Okay, team, this is like a novel.
It is. No,
Am I
it's not
okay to
even
veto
done.
that?
It's
That's
not
a
even
novel.
done.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, you're
So-
reading this. Oh good, I
so-
don't have to copy this and paste it.
So-
Oh, I've been scared.
Now, Cotton, we have two more traditions that I'm so happy you got introduced these. There are 2 traditions to the Campfire stream. Everybody gets 1 veto. You can
Okay.
veto a story if it is too long.
I'm vetoing.
I can read it if you want.
Wait, that's really
Girl,
fucking
it's a
funny.
novel.
Wait, but Zen reading that could be really funny.
Yeah.
Somebody always writes a novella. It
Yeah.
only ever appears at like the tail end of the towards the like middle to half of the stream where it's like nobody wants to read a fucking book. All right, next one. All right, everybody, here we
This
go.
is from Yuka, the
Thank you, Yuka.
I don't know how to pronounce this, bro.
Good start.
Yuka the Aloysius. My mother told my siblings and I this story from her childhood a few years ago, which was corroborated? Sure, by my grandmother herself. She was around 5 or 6 years old. This was the late 1980s, and she moved into a new place with her parents and older brother. Not too long after moving in, they started hearing cabinets and drawers open and close all over the house at night. They tried looking for signs of intruders, but never found anything or caught anyone. While all of this was happening, my mother had someone visit her room each night. She describes her as a tall lady with her hair cut short, wearing only a nightgown and carrying a candlestick holder.
God damn. Oh my God. Where's his ghost
I like
been all my
that.
life?
Wait.
Thanks,
Something
okay, all right.
nice.
How many
She-
dollars to get cotton drawn in that outfit? I'll pay top dollar.
This is sexy. Okay, she always insisted that this lady spent every night standing at the foot of her bed, silently looking at her. But her
It should've
parents
been me.
brushed it off as bad dreams or an overactive imagination.
Or good
While
dreams.
entering the kitchen very late one night, my grandmother ended up standing face to face with a ghost that matched my mother's description perfectly. So
Oh.
needless to say, they finally believed her. My grandparents, who are religious, made sure to contact their priest, and he came over to their house the next evening. He called on the ghost, but she didn't show. After about an hour of talking to my grandparents, she finally appeared. He tried questioning her about why she was there, but she only smiled faintly and never answered. The priest conducted a small service in their house that would allow the soul to pass on. She disappeared and never came back after that. The house was quiet at night again. Even though the ghost was gone, my mom and her family decided to move again, despite having just moved there only a month or so prior. They
Smart.
still remember it very clearly to this day, and as far as my knowledge goes, this is the only ghost story that comes from my family. Epic!
What gives it genuine credence is like your family moving after, because moving's a motherfucking bitch. If you've ever moved in your life as an adult, it sucks. It would take a lot for me to move this from my apartment to somewhere else. If like that by itself is like good credence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That was cool. I don't usually try, I don't want to will this to the universe, but if someone can draw Spite or Cotton or Vex or Fefe or Zen in this outfit, that would be tight. that would be sick. No pressure, artist, but I can't do it.
No, it's
And
just all of us standing at the end of your bed staring at you.
Yeah!
Oh,
wait,
I like that. That's great.
Okay, but to avoid it being anything too sexy, if you are gonna draw that, make sure it's my little scrolly model. I'm a little guy. Our last round of the evening. Make sure to give some clappies for all of the guests who have joined this evening. Make sure to go follow all 5 of them. I would really a lot if you did. Make sure to give Fefe some extra love vis-a-vis bits and subs because she has been amazing. It is tradition to spoil the cartographer. Those who submitted, thank you very much for your stories. It's been a blast. Without further ado, Fefe, the last round of the night.
I will veto your spoilage, okay?
And nope.
Okay, from Medjede. Back in 2013, I went to my high school friend's cabin an hour away. As we arrived, he told me of his property being haunted, in particular the small chapel in their garden. Me being the daring doof, I stepped right in and immediately heard my name being said twice by what sounded like an elderly woman. All the hairs on my body stood up, and I immediately ran outside to check to see if my friends were playing a fresh one on me. Here's the kicker. They weren't, and this was all around noon. I ran inside and immediately told one of them what happened. And he says to me, "Oh, that's just my grandma. She's been dead a while, and we hear her every now and again."
What?
It all clicked in my head, and I went, oh, okay. I had an appreciation for that spirit from that day forward. I guess you could say it started out spooky, but ended up being a bit heartwarming.
I guess, but you're fucking, sorry to the chatter, your friends were very casual about this fact, by the way. Like, if my grandma was talking to me, I would tell my friends, what the fuck?
I want to go there and meet their grandma. I want to.
Yeah, their grandma's
I
on
want to experience the Gilfussy, you know?
Okay, that's insane sentence use. That's an insane
No,
sentence.
I would love to, you know? I love me a mature woman.
Not grandmama.
I thought for a moment I would introduce my grandma when she was here on vacation to you, my friends. I'm glad I didn't, because Spite's a goddamn freak with it, bro. A freak.
You're so lucky that I was on vacation when your Mima visited. You're so lucky. I want you to know.
I'm well aware. I like that story. That is kind of heartwarming. I like that story.
And additional notes, hope this makes you all shiver and smile at the same time. Don't worry, that happens to me all the time.
My nipples are hard, dude.
What?
I love you guys. I love you guys so much.
Next time I see Cotton, I'm gonna palm her head with my hand and just shake her like a fucking dog, dude.
Yeah, shake me like a labobo.
Next up, I believe, is Vex.
Adam Minska. Hi, Papa and friends. This is a true story. And I fully believe that there was a presence connected to this item in question in my story. This goes back to my earliest childhood memories, where my parents used to have this black leather couch in the basement.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. I paused too. And it's because the next sentence is.
Let's get some more wood on the fire, yeah?
The next sentence is that my dad had bought secondhand.
Oh, no. Did your dad have to scrape some stains off, or what's the skinny on that one?
Dad, this is the conceiving couch, I think.
The haunted couch. I love it.
Conception couch.
We're going to hear the most ghoulish story you've ever heard in your life, but it won't be taken seriously because we're being assholes.
I remember dreaming of the shadow figure that used to crawl out from underneath of the sofa and drag its way up the stairs from the basement and come into my room and drag me back down the stairs with it. No matter how hard I fought in my dreams or tried to scream at my parents, who never heard me, the nightmare would end right before it dragged me into the couch. I would have this nightmare every night until my parents finally sold that couch. Waking up and sobbing to my mom. Looking at photos in our family album of it, it still scares me to this day, and I'm 29 years old. My mother is pretty relaxed Catholic, but definitely believes what I saw, as she has had experiences back in Dublin, Ireland, when she was younger. And has also experienced it in my childhood home of saying that she has heard conversation coming from our downstairs basement when she has been home alone upstairs.
Sorry, finish the additional notes.
The additional note is, thank you for being great people. Your streaming space has provided a great community, and I wish you all the best from Canada.
Sorry to ruin your perception of me. So in the entire time you told that story, in my mind, I thought of like the idea that if like enough sperm can coagulate in one place, it would create an actual human man. So this fucking monster, this monster made from the casting couch crawls upstairs to grab you. That's enough liquor for PapaMutt this evening.
Oh, he's a
that
spitter.
rules.
Confirmed.
Bro,
Confirmed.
hearing
Dabs
Beck's
you up, dabs you up.
pause during the
I didn't know where this was going, so I was like, oh, maybe just read ahead a little bit.
One of my favorite parts of Scary Night is like, that story in theory should be scary, but we're all assholes. So like we just didn't. Like, next up is Spite. Spite, you have the next story.
Owl Swamp.
Good start, dude. Good start.
Years ago, I went to CSU Channel Islands,
Dox yourself.
a college in California that is one of the most haunted campuses in the world. Before it was converted into a college, it was a historic mental hospital and has
Okay.
always been known to be haunted by past patients. When I went there years ago, it was still in the process of being renovated. So, many buildings were off limits, some of which included the children's ward and the patients' rooms, which were located right next door to our dorm rooms. One afternoon, I was in a friend's dorm who had a window that looked directly into the condemned buildings. Oh gosh. I looked out and saw a ghostly white man, white man jump scare, draped into a white gown, staring right back at me. I did a double take, and when I looked back, he lifted a finger as if he were saying shh. He was shushing me. Ooh.
Awful.
I screamed for my
awful.
friend to come look, but
Jesus.
he instantly disappeared.
That
We
sucks.
contacted
Oh.
our RA and let them know someone may have broken into the building, and she alerted the security. However, a couple weeks later, when I was in the library, I saw a historical plaque that had pictures of the old mental hospital. One photo showed the patients who were all wearing the exact same outfit as the man I saw. Till this day, I wonder if I really saw the ghost of a past patient in the old room. Not today, Satan. That's crazy.
That sucks,
Oh my God.
dude. I don't
Oh,
like
man.
that one. Is actually that one's ghoulish, dude. I don't like that one.
My nipples are hard. You're scaring me.
Cotton and I go to a haunted house. I get cut in the arm. Cotton's like, "Sorry, I'm scared," as I bleed out of my arm.
Sorry, I got really scared. I'm
She got
sorry
really
about
scared.
that.
She whips the corner too fast. I got cut twice. Like, that story is ghoulish.
I'm freaked out, guys. I'm like shivering. Stop. Ah!
Are your nipples hard?
That story is probably the scariest one of the night. I'll be real with you, homie. There's something about like the ghosts of mental patients that fucked me up. Kurva. Okay, well, any additional notes?
Kurva.
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 Means fucking Polish.
The well the girl climbs out of in the movie Ring. The Ring is located on that campus. I had to walk past it every week.
fuck
No, fuck that movie. I hate that movie. That movie
fuck
scared
you.
the living
Fuck
shit
you,
out of
fuck
that
you.
movie.
Yeah, true. That movie
Hey,
was so
Scared of
scary.
me. Oh my god.
I'm one of those dudes. I'm insufferable at this. Like movie trivia of like shit like that makes me so jazzed. That's the coolest fact I've heard of the night. That fucking rules. This story is now cool to me. It's not scary anymore. I like it again. Zentreya, it is your last story of the evening.
Zentreya.
It's time. During my high school prom, which was held at the haunted Martha Washington Inn in Abingdon, Virginia, I went
Okay.
to the restroom by myself, dancing down the hallway to the loud music our DJ was playing. At some point during my time in there, I started hearing violin music in the stall next to me.
What?
Keep in mind, this was an old restroom with no speakers anywhere, and you could still hear what our DJ was playing. And there was not even a hint of violin in the song.
Okay.
I finished my business and looked in the stall, and all over to see if there was someone in there. But no one had come in while I was there. I left the restroom, and as soon as I did, the music stopped. However, I decided to wander down the hall to see if there was another party going on in one of the other event rooms, but there wasn't another soul around. After prom, I did some research and found out that during the Civil War, there was a nurse named Beth who was extremely talented at playing the violin. She was tasked with caring for a wounded Union soldier, and she played the violin for him every day.
Oh
They fell
my
in love
God.
according to the story, but unfortunately he passed, and 3 weeks thereafter, Beth died of typhoid fever. Guests at the inn report hearing violin music from time to time, and Beth's spirit has been seen in and around room 403. I have always been convinced I heard Beth playing a comforting song for her lost love, in hopes of seeing him again.
Oh.
Oh, that's sad.
That shit. That's
Damn.
just both sad and like it kind of fucks me up. Cause you imagine going to the bathroom and you hear like, oh, And like that would, and then and the background you hear like, first steps, everybody clap your hands. It's like the juxtaposition would fucking. That's like kind of romantic, but like in a sad way. You know what I mean? Any additional notes then, or is that it?
Thank you for reading my story.
Aw.
Much love.
Much love, big dog. Thank you for submitting it. All right, Feefs. All right, Feefinator, I'm ready. This is my last story of the night as I'm looking at the soldier from Team Fortress 2, but shirtless and shredded. Lone Wolf VR. Thank you, Lone Wolf. This is something that happened 10 to 15 years ago, or something similar to that. I was over at my sister's place, and we watched Paranormal Activity for the first time. Those kind of movies really affect me just because they seem more plausible than the average scary monster movie. During or a bit after it, her front door randomly just opened, and the timing was just horrible for me because I literally slept an hour that whole night because I was sleeping on the couch right across from it. Now, it can be explained because she told me it happens sometimes, but it just so happened that the worst time after a scary movie about demons doing that kind of thing, lol. Okay, so I understand, in the first scary movie, correct me if I'm wrong, the door opens and the thing goes, like the little alarm. So this person's saying that shortly after that scene happens in the movie, or they watch the movie and then that scene happens in real life, that would fuck me up too, actually, in fairness.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd pee.
That would suck.
That happened to me.
Wait,
That
really?
happened to me with the ring, but it was a prank on me that was really fucked up.
Oh.
So I was a kid,
Oh.
and I was really, really scared of the ring. And my brother's girlfriend decides to call me and say, 7 days.
Oh, that's
Dude,
fuck.
no.
Yeah, and I also had a
7
dream
days.
about the ring girl afterwards too. So I was effed up for life after that.
Dude, that sucks. We do have additional notes that helps. I love your content and ghost hunts. Oh, thank you. I would say I believe in ghosts
yay.
to a degree that isn't logical at all. Just in the right moments and you're scared or hear something / see something in the dark, your mind just isn't thinking logically until later when you can split. Exactly, right? Like remember the last ghost hunt chatter where I went to, specifically Lone Wolf, where I went to the basement of the place and I thought I saw the hat man, the Tall Paul.
Tall Paul.
Well, that was what they named
The
him.
tall Paul.
He's a shadow man that washes over doors and stuff. And I thought I saw him, and then we looked at the footage, and I didn't see shit, right? When you're in those places, that shit, your mind will it'll mess with you, dude. So I get it. And without further ado, first off, again, everybody, clappers in chat for every story we've had thus far. And my wonderful guest, again, go give Fefe some love as
Clappy.
well as everyone else here.
This
Go on. This. Thank you guys for joining me. And this is our last story of the evening. Everyone, Cotton, take it away.
It's another novel.
Oh, well. It would appear that you didn't, if only you had not vetoed.
So I got it wrong. Okay, it's not as bad. Hey,
All right.
that
This
just
is
means
by
that we're
Kiba.
here longer.
We're here a
It's
little bit
more
longer.
quality time.
That's true.
It's a treat for
Uh,
us and chat. You get to
It
hear
is a
you
treat for
speak.
me.
Of all the things I remember and don't remember as a kid, this one always sticks out the most with me, as I've never been able to get an exact straight answer on what this could be. Before my mother and father divorced, we had been living in this yellow house, standard suburb setup in the 90s, that sort of thing. It was the night after my mother brought me home from my grandmother's house, and on that day, I had watched the show, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh.
This will make sense at the
Yes.
end.
No.
It freaks me the fuck out. Don't even.
Oh my
After
God.
I had been tucked into bed, I remember going to sleep, not thinking too hard since I was barely halfway to 10 years old. What happened next is one, even at 32 years old, I still remember vividly. I woke up feeling something was off and for some reason not being able to move. I look over to my closet and I see this figure of a man. Bald guy, had to be 6 foot in height. All I knew was that he was tall. He was dressed completely in all black. What skin was showing was drenched in what I am now convinced was blood, since little me only knew that red was a type of color.
Oh my God.
As far as I'm aware, I had never seen this guy before. All I knew is that he was giving me the most horrifying and murderous of glares I had ever seen. He never said anything either. He only pointed a single finger at me and began slowly walking towards my
Ew!
bed. Oh, I'm fucking free. I'm shivering. I'm shivering.
This. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks.
By this point, naturally, I am scared shitless, but as much as I'm trying to cry out or scream, I can't. All I can do is watch as this guy is walking towards my bed with Lord only knows what sort of intent. By the time he gets to the edge of my bed, I remember my vision completely blacking out. The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the loudest, most blood-curdling scream I have ever made in my life. As I look and see the bathroom light on in the hallway and my mom sprinting through the door. As I got older, I never saw who I've dubbed the Red Man again. But I can still remember exactly how he looks. The few times I've shared it with others, I've been told it was simply just a nightmare or sleep paralysis. There have been times where I've thought it might be something I saw in Are You Afraid of the Dark that influenced it. But from what little I managed to look up, I couldn't find much that fit. And so there's been that uncertainty in the back of my mind whenever I think about it. The main particular detail I do recall during that time was my door to my bedroom having been shut when he first appeared. And what little I do recall from my childhood, my parents normally leaving my bedroom door wide open so they could check on me whenever something happened.
God.
Thank you to Papa or any of the gals that read this.
That's freaky as fuck. Hell no.
What a
Jesus.
bitchin' last story, man. That
God
sucks, dude. Oh,
That sucks, dude.
Can I be 100 with you, Chatter? The fact that you dubbed him the Red Man sucks.
Yeah.
Clappers in chat. What a fucking cool last story, man.
This freaks me out, dude.
That is going to be the end of our campfire. That is the end of the Mutt Night Society for the second week, number 2. I would like to thank my guests, of course, if you're not already following our cartographer, Fefe. I can't stress enough, if you're not following these 5 amazing ladies, please do. I beg you, I implore you. Thank you for everyone who submitted. It's only going to get scarier towards Halloween, y'all.